Welcome, guys. I'm just wanted to go through the new event, Kingdom of Romance. So I wanted to wait a day or so just to kind of go through this, reflect on it, look at the kind of different options, gather some feedback from other people. And I think overall, look, it's a really good event. The reality is, if you look at Romance Shop, I think any of these kind of the top three hot every day. So that's the Forge Hammers, the True Gold, and the Mythic Shards. Really good value. I think this island piece is a must-have. I think I've said this previously, but just get the first level, then you can upgrade with these general decoration components, as they're called, but the equivalent kind of island shards. But definitely get that. As always with these events, you've got to get the bonus pack for it to really be worthwhile. So that's $4.99. It definitely makes sense to do it just on what you get from it, but also the reality of the different rewards, but also importantly, it kind of doubles the rewards that you're getting. I think then where I'd probably view as far as if looking at this, and so I've jumped around a bit here, but I'll go back to the rewards in a sec. I think this is more important to start here, is definitely get the 99, 199, 499. Whether you want to get the 999 each day is up to you. That's when you start to really see the diminishing returns. But I think with that, and we'll go through and review it, the reality is, if you're doing that, for me, where my kind of priority at the moment is Forge Hammers, so I'll get those, and also Mithril. So this particularly Mithril is super value, or good value, I should say, in this event. So it's one of these, which is a bottleneck, I think, for every player as they progress through. Some won't be there, others will be at much higher levels, but it continues to be what I see in both from my personal development, but also from looking at the players that are going to post online, their development. It seems to be that the hero or mythic hero gear and Mithril, the two biggest bottlenecks. Other things start to become less important. I've seen people say that they've got too many Forge Hammers, they don't know what to do with that. I'm still at a stage where I need the Forge Hammers as I'm kind of upgrading my heroes. They're all into red now, but each stage it gets higher and higher. But that may change for me, but at the moment that's kind of priority, and I see particularly good value in that. So where I probably will be is, so far I've had 2 days where I've got the max Forge Hammers, so 2 lots of these 45, so 90 each day for 200 keys, which is good. And then so far as well, I've got 19 Mithril, which I've purchased. I think, and also, sorry, and I've also obviously got the island, which I think, again, it's actually quite cool. I'll quickly show you guys that at the end as well. Other than that, realistically, as I said, it's if you need the, sorry, I'm not sure why that jumped there. If you need the mythic hero gear, then again, I think that's pretty good value. And that's not a desperate point for me at this stage, so I'm kind of ignoring that. But again, this is just jumping around in quite a weird way. I'm sorry about that. But I think it's a situation where, sorry, every time I try and click on them because I haven't got enough keys at the moment, it's taking me through. But the kind of the Mithril is the kind of priority for me, which I'll going to be maxing alongside the Forge Hammers. But if you need True Gold, really good value here. Again, depending where you are, Mythic Shards, I've got more than enough of those. But for some people, that could be, and again, depending on how much spend you are, if you're free to play, I think, to be honest, if you're free to play or super low spender, you just get whatever's the priority at that particular moment that you can afford from the events. There's not a kind of cheat code to it. But if you are going to spend, even if you're a small spender, I definitely recommend you get this. And then even if you just were to get on the daily the 99 and the 199, I think that probably makes sense for what you'll get, and obviously get the bonuses you go through. There isn't a town centre skin this time, which I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, to be honest. Last event we had the dragon skin, which was super cool, but ridiculously expensive. A lot of people end up deciding to get that. I just didn't see the value in it. I may come to regret that because it definitely is the coolest skin in the game, but at the moment I'm still going to focus on kind of building my power. So, as I said, kind of daily drills, just make sure you do these each day. They're all pretty straightforward. Again, if you purchase the Journey of Romance pack, then you're going to get double the rewards, which is kind of worth it. But again, I think that the other point is on this. So I haven't hit mine today. So I think I was in 5th or 6th on day 1. I just spammed it with all my different heroes, didn't really give it any thought. So I didn't really know what it was for. But basically, and also the rewards aren't amazing. It's fun to place high, but it's not the most important thing. But if you do want to maximise, the reality is that I think it's basically you're approaching it like bear. So what I've heard is 20-20-60 and 10-20-70 as being formation. I didn't do that on day one. I'm going to just do that now, just one time. I haven't got any boosts on or anything like that. So do it 10-20-70 because bear I do 10-10-80, but apparently that doesn't work as effectively. I'm going to do that once to have one hit now, and then later I've got bear, so I'll have my pets on, so I'll probably hit the rest of them. But just to give it you guys a view of how that looks, I was going to potentially wait till later and do all of the hits in one go, but I don't think it's particularly enthralling video for people to sit there waiting for my troops to get to this angry rose. But again, I think it will just give you've got two options to say 10-20-70 or 20-20-60. I probably would go the 10-20-70, assuming your troops have got enough troops and your heroes are set up in an effective way. But I will trial it, but it's just useful to be aware where you get there. So five of those hits. So that will probably take me to, it usually goes up each time. So I think that will probably take me to about 1.5-ish hits, which, to be honest, wouldn't really improve my placement from last time. It may be higher, we'll see. But it's also the reality everyone else could also be aware about the formations now. So that could just be the reality. So I think as far as where I'm in the kingdom, Palo's he obviously not doing formation correctly because he's much stronger heroes than Breck. But that could be boost, that could be lots of different things. I don't know. So but I think the top people are what I'd expect in our kingdom. But it's a bit of fun, to be honest. As I say, the ranking rewards for this on a daily basis is kind of nothing, but it's just a fun additional aspect to do. A bit of a who's the most powerful type scenario in the kingdom, benchmark each other. But so I think in summary, kind of shop, what would I focus on? So Mithril, definitely the daily hot deals. So Forge Hammers, which I said, kind of I've already got my day's worth, but in True Gold, then if you're well or further developed, potentially want the mythic hero gear. As you then start to go down here, I think it's less and less value. So again, it's only if you have specific needs for certain things which you think, great, I'll go and use those, then fine. Otherwise, this has started to annoy me a little bit. So things like this that you are now paying for, I know not directly spending money on, but obviously you can get them from a free perspective or free to play perspective, but these were you previously included in events that you could earn them. Oh, that's the other thing, sorry, from the events. So obviously if you get by the Journey of Romance, you will get the avatar frames. They're not hugely interesting. I'll show you mine quickly here. Obviously Valentine's themed. We can see people here in our chat have got it, but they're kind of the roses anyway. So I'm going to go to my skins and show you. So this one. So again, it's not about the aesthetic. You don't need to necessarily equip it. You just need to enable it because of the 1.5 defense. You can choose between pink and red. You can't get both, annoyingly. I thought there was potentially a way to get both just for the boost, but it's either or. But again, that's a big benefit of that 1.5. Which again is $24.99 plus of the other things you get for it, versus it was hundreds for the dragon skin and for other kind of town centre skins that you can acquire. So I always think those are worthwhile doing. So the final thing, just to show you the island piece. So it's quite cute. So the Journey of the Heart, it's called. So it basically hot air balloon with hearts details here. So scores attack 1%, absolutely worth it. Again, town centres you get 2%. So you can do this. You buy the next level, which is buying another 2 of these in the shop. So if I've got other priorities, I may do that at the end, depending on what I've got left to spend on. Or otherwise, you just upgrade them with these ones, which the general decoration components, which you can either acquire in the shop here, you can get from different events, etc. So that's what I tend to do is get, buy them level 1, as you can see, kind of the different events here, and then just upgrade them with those pieces when I can. So aside from that, I don't think there's much to say on the event. No kind of real tricks or ability to do things. It's basically you're earning keys. Those keys you can spend directly on items. But any questions, thoughts, please comment, like, subscribe. That'd be appreciated. Thanks.